Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends, because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
To Deshaun Jackson.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That's good.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
10 at the 47-yard line.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's 11-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
For Philadelphia.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket, but when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it, and he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Brought down at the 39.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Saquon Barkley.
Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
To Sterling.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Giants.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Saquon Barkley.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And it's
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Riley.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
16 yards, a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the gun, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goedert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Sanders.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Zach Ertz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
6 yards left on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 26-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Giants nothing.
Wentz now on first down. This ball complete to Rager. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Wentz to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Jake Elliott on.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Barkley on the handoff.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He stiff arms him. Oh, fighting off the defender. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Number 20.
Darnay Holmes makes the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 11 yards there, 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Right there. 54. Let's go, D.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Granted, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down. And
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And some room to run now. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. It's caught by Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Complete to Deshaun Jackson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Open right side, complete to Rager. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Elliott on for the field goal.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
2nd and 16. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Las Vegas Raiders. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants take over first and 10. At their own.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, here's Barkley. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Number 26.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Tomlinson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Giants.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Wentz on target to Rager. 1st down, Eagles. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple. Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott to kick it away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Corey Ballantyne on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Jones, throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
For the Giants.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
10 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He would give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will swing by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Ballantyne to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
New York ready to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base,
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Eagles continue to roll.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25.
And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 28 yards on that one. And it'll move the chains. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on first is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that winds this thing out even further here in the 4th.
Then you know in this league you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. And when you see numbers like this from a wide receiver of his caliber, does that mean that there maybe was a meeting on the sideline to say, hey, give me the ball a little bit more?
There probably is something to that because, let's face it, the best receivers I know, they say that every play. So they always want the football.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Eagles on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on second down.
And a yard at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Giants on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Wentz on third down. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's good.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
10 at the 30.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as